Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. We are here in Bermuda in nature, loving the atmosphere. You know, I've had a very productive day, utilizing my energy wisely and still steadily, steadily acquiring more Bitcoin. But I'm not using my own efforts though. That's the thing. That's the key. The key is I'm not utilizing my own efforts to acquire the Bitcoin that I'm getting. I'm getting these satoshis. We're calling it satoshis in my sleep. Yeah, it actually helps me to sleep soundly, knowing, knowing that I'm acquiring an asset for the future, knowing that my future finances are going to be okay because they are locked in. It's a very relaxing thing. It's very calming. It's a calming feature about acquiring satoshis through the process that I'm getting it. You know, I don't have to, I don't have to deal with the hustle and bustle of getting onto an exchange and or signing up or waiting to be waiting to be processed. That's the thing. That's what's going to make this opportunity explode when people can just acquire Bitcoin through their bank account. Because really, really soon, the banks will be helping people to take custody. So you wouldn't need to go through these exchanges and do a secondary KYC, right? You could just It'll just be an option. It'll be an option at your local bank. It's not happening now. It will happen soon, and when it does happen, and when it does happen, uh, Bitcoin is going to a billion, right? Bitcoin is going to be in the billions of dollars per coin. And the more you try to wrap your head around, uh, the more you look at value of what Bitcoin is and the fundamentals of it, the more you start to um, see these high prices as, you know, self-explanatory. Really, it's not a shock, it's not a surprise, it's not hyperbole. It only makes sense. It only makes sense, and in the fact that um, the millionaires and billionaires are talking about it, right? They're talking about it as we speak. It's just a matter of time. They have buttons that give access or that release the access of trillions of dollars. Like, just think about that, right? Think about that. The people who are in the positions to literally print money versus us, the little guy. And they are looking to hoard Bitcoin. It's It's shocking that people aren't going into it as they should, but at the same time, it's not. It's not shocking to me. The fact that people are not piling in to Bitcoin, I'm talking about the average person now. I'm talking about the average person. The average person is is not going to get Bitcoin on their own. They're not. They're just not. They will get Bitcoin when it's, like I said, when it's no choice, when they don't even have a choice really. And however, by then, Bitcoin will be at 10 billion a coin. It'll be in the billions. So all this talk about, you know, crashing, going to zero, these are people who got involved with crypto and done extremely well, right? They did extremely well with crypto, but they still don't understand Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is. And for me, that in lies the opportunity. The opportunity that we can be fabulously wealthy. Yes, as British HODL would say, fabulously wealthy, right? We should be stacking up Bitcoin, keeping quiet, keeping quiet about Bitcoin. See, right now I only share Bitcoin with you guys. You know, only on the web is where I talk about, where I release the energy about Bitcoin for me, because the news is so bullish. It's so bullish. It's as if it's so much good news. It's like it's too good. It's too bullish, right? That could happen too. I could see that happening too. Still, it's a tremendous opportunity to back up the truck, to go against the grain, because the herd, even in the crypto space, the herd is not dumping their crypto to get the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only asset where governments are looking, and the most powerful, or the so-called most powerful government of all, America, the United States, love them, hate them, whatever your thought process is about it, they are still, they have announced to the world that they are going to be utilizing Bitcoin for a strategic reserve, right? A strategic reserve. If you don't know how major that is, I'm not going to go on about how major that is. I'm not going to go on about it. But if you don't know, then you are the person that I'm talking about in terms of, you're amongst the rest of the sheep, or maybe the rest of the people in crypto. You don't understand Bitcoin, and you don't realize that all that matters right now is the Bitcoin. It's about being a satillionaire. If you're not a Michael Saylor, if you're not the CEO of a company whereby you have access to raise billions of dollars of debt, or to be able to use Bitcoin treasury financial instruments, yeah, if you're not of that ilk, then your next best bet is to just acquire satoshis. Don't worry about trying to get one whole Bitcoin. Think of it as 100 million satoshis, because they're all connected, and each remember when one Satoshi is parity with the dollar, Satoshis um, are gonna be on par with the dollar real soon, real soon. So, and when that happens, you're gonna be very glad that you started now in this cycle. So stay tuned, cause big things are going. Give a thumbs up for the channel because we need to get more people. We need to get the word of Bitcoin out to as many people as possible. Yeah, we need to get the word out, and that's just how we got to do it. When you hit that like button, it helps to send the message of Bitcoin. It goes to the internet algorithm. It lets the algorithm know that hey, Bitcoin is where it's at. Right? Bitcoin is where it's at, and it'll get the Bitcoin information to more eyes, more ears, right? Which would lead to more thoughts and more actions of acquiring Bitcoin. Because when you adopt a Bitcoin mindset, that's when you're going to see your life change for the better. Your life is going to change for the better, right? That's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in. Have a wonderful weekend. Bless.